We're finishing up our fruit cobbler here in the kitchen, the summertime fruit cobbler, not
Yes.
to be confused with another.
That's exactly right. Summer cobbler. And you could use whatever fruit that you'd like. We're using peaches and strawberries and blueberries today. You and I made our crust.
Yeah.
And that was really simple. We just did flour and a little bit of sugar, salt, some milk and vegetable oil and some vanilla. And that just came together with our fork.
Yeah.
It was very simple. We just pushed it in there. And then Joe and I got our fruit mixed up. So we added about a half a cup. You could use white or brown sugar, and also about half a teaspoon of cinnamon into our fruit. And at this point, we can just...
Look at how good that looks.
I know, and it's so pretty.
Lots of fruit in there. I like that.
And we're just going to pour it in here.
I told you I've never tried to make a cobbler before, but this one, it doesn't look, I think cobblers are just intimidating, mainly because I think my grandmothers have always made them, and they're so good.
Yeah.
That you're like,
I need some of your grandmother's recipes.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know you say she's a really good cook.
Very.
And I love
never measures anything like you.
I know. So that's, I told Joe, I guess that was last week, you know, when I started doing these segments, it's like, oh gosh,
you have to
measure and, you know, write everything out, because that's totally not the way I'm used to cooking, but it's been definitely a good thing. I enjoy it. So now we're gonna make a little topping to go on top of the fruit. So,
a little crumble?
Yeah, a little crumble. And let's see, that was 3/4 cup of flour.
Okay.
And we have the same amount of brown sugar. Don't want it to go everywhere. And then I have 3/4 of a stick of butter that I melted in the microwave.
Okay.
And then this was a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and also cinnamon. So
that's what smells so good.
I know the cinnamon really makes everything smell so delicious in here. And the good thing about this cobbler is that you could, you know, make it the day ahead if you were going to go somewhere, or you could get everything together at this point and just pop it in the fridge and bake it off before you go. So it definitely holds up good though, for sure. All right, so this was our butter, and so now we're just going to mix this up, and at the end we're just going to crumble it over the fruit, and it's just going to take about 30 minutes or so at 350 to cook through, and then it'll be ready to eat. Do you like ice cream with yours, or just the cobbler?
No. What do you think?
I know.
You're right.
I know.
Yes.
Well, you and my dad would get along. My dad is always like, "Are we gonna have ice cream with this?" I'm like, why do you have to have ice cream with everything?
No, I was about to say, now I can eat cobbler just fine by itself. The icing's just kind of the ice cream is kind of the icing on the cake.
Yep, for sure. I know. You can't hardly beat something like this with some vanilla ice cream. All right, so now that we're mixed up, we're just going to put it over the top.
And then we cook it for how long?
About 30 minutes.
What's a good indication that it's ready to go?
It'll start
to brown a little?
Browning, yeah, a little bit on the top.
Okay.
And underneath the bottom, you'll be able to see that it's browning a little bit down there.
Okay.
And you'll see some of the juice, you know, starting to come around the edge.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be, and of course, you know, the good thing is everything's really kind of cooked anyway, so you just want it to kind of set up, which it will with the juice of the fruit and the sugar that you added in there. So it will be good.
Well, it sounds good, Lucy Greer. Of course, we're finishing up the last couple weeks of summer before we start to get into this. Before you know it, we're going to be talking about football recipes.
Yeah, football recipes, and we'll get back to apples for the students.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
I know, so it'll be good.
We're not rushing
I know,
it.
We're not rushing it.
Still enjoying summer for a little bit longer. If you want to check out this recipe, go to fox10tv.com under the Studio 10 tab. Remember the Greer's website too. If you want to see all of Lucy's recipes, they're listed there. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.